Dakota State, David Richman. David, if you like, you can make an opening statement, and we'll open for questions.
Yeah, thank you. First off, it's pretty evident why Dayton continues to get the first four. This place, we've been treated very first class from the time we landed here to the time we got to the hotel, and including the bagpipe welcome that we got at the Holiday Inn too. And so, great basketball community, a gentleman that I got a lot of respect for, Scott Nagy, the head coach at Wright State. You can see why he's able to have a ton of success here and get supported in a great way. Certainly we're excited to be here, but make no mistake, this is a business trip for us. We're here to compete. We feel over the last, you go back to January 24th at South Dakota State, we got our tails kicked in. And from there, our group has really responded. We won 5 in a row. Even the 3-game slide that we had, we felt like we were playing a really good brand of basketball, just weren't able to finish some things. And when Vinny Shaheed hit that shot against Fort Wayne to close it out, our last regular season game of the year, it was big. It built a lot of momentum for us. It allowed us to have a terrific week of practice with a lot of spirit and joy behind it. And they say it's important to be playing your best when your best is needed, and that's what this group is doing. What we strung together Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday in Sioux Falls was something special. But again, I don't think it came to really anybody's surprise in that locker room. Maybe some people outside of that locker room. But you go back to the additions that we had in the fall, the additions that we had last spring, and the way they all came together. There was always talent. There's a love in that locker room. There's a joy in that locker room. It's been an absolute pleasure to be around, and we're looking forward to continuing to embrace this journey. Take any questions.
Right here on the left.
Jeff Culhane, Bison Radio Network. Coach, just illustrate for everyone how your team has come together. You alluded to it, winning the 5 in a row and playing well in Sioux Falls, but what items on the floor and the togetherness in the locker room has developed the chemistry with your basketball team where we're at today in Dayton?
Yeah, I think the word that I keep going back to with this group is experience. And you can talk to this group about experience. You can show this group, some situations. But they've always had to go through the experience, actually walk it, actually have their behavior in that moment. And you can see that going back to that South Dakota State game at South Dakota State, that was really the last experience for that group. And once we came out of there, it was just, hey, there are no more excuses. There are no more experiences that you're not prepared for. And they really took off from there. But again, the thing that's really special is the internal leadership in the locker room. I think as a coach and as a staff, you always have a plan and a vision. And when you have a couple guys hurt or you have some failures early in the process, some guys can question some things, or it'd be really easy to question some things. And because of our internal leadership, they never did those things. They stayed the course. And again, you probably heard them say it, 14-1, 1-14. They don't like each other. They love each other. And that's a huge reason why we're here.
Right here on the right.
Brian Shaw, Midco Sports Network.
We should have done this in Fargo.
We have a few times, Dave, over the years. Just wanted to ask you about the way you guys were able to shoot the ball from outside the arc in particular. And I know you're getting contributions from 10 guys all that played, but 1 through 10, they can all shoot from outside the arc at a pretty high clip. Did you anticipate you'd have the ability to do that here late in the season?
Again, I thought we did a little bit, Brian. You go back to that Western Illinois game. We play 10 guys, and 9 of them make a 3. That's something that we've talked about from a depth and versatility standpoint that we had is a great asset for us. And the thing that I'm really, really encouraged with is, we've been shooting a lot of threes. Fortunately, we've been making a lot of threes, almost 50% in the conference tournament. But it's the types of threes that they are, the product of where those passes have come from. We're scoring off the pass. We're playing inside out. We're trusting the ball reversals. It's not a come down and 9-10 dribble into a step back 3. It's guys in rhythm. It's comfortable. And you guys have probably heard me say it, especially you two, Brian and Jeff. Like, it's not what we're doing, it's how we're doing it. And how we're doing it is at an effective rate right now. And it's the guys understanding where those threes are coming from and how they're coming.
You're on the left.
You talk about experiences, Coach, in North Carolina Central, a team. This is our 3rd straight year being here. Obviously, our first here at the First Four in Dayton. When you flip on the tape and watch their team and how they play and what they do, what comes to mind, and does that experience lend itself somewhat of an advantage for their basketball team here?
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly something that we're going to find out 6:40 tomorrow night. But I think the thing that I've stressed from an experience standpoint is to our guys is as quickly as you can understand, you're going to go out and play a game of college basketball, something that you've done for 33 times this year, something that you've done your entire life. That's what you need to understand. But when you look at North Carolina Central, this is a very well-coached team. They execute extremely well in the half court on both ends of the floor. And I think make no mistake, that's winning basketball in March. And they play through the Davis kid. They've got multiple other weapons to go around him. And then defensively, they're just rock solid. I don't know if it was 13 or 15, but to hold Norfolk State to 13 or 15 points in the conference championship is remarkable. And you can see, able to show our guys some clips of they're well schooled. And to those kids' credit, they go out and execute how they're schooled. Thank you.
Any further questions? You guys good? All right, David, thank you. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Right here, front left.
Sean Aguirre, University of Dayton. How did you guys feel about the season?
Rocky, can you take that first?
Yeah, obviously to start off with, we were struggling a little bit, but I think we got hot at the right time. Obviously ended in our conference tournament going pretty well.
Tyson?
I think we just gathered in the right timing. You take a couple losses and you get a little hurt, get a little flustered, and then you bounce back and you turn into who you really are, and you wake up and you realize that you don't want to lose anymore. So I think that's what it really took for us. Just a gut check a couple times and get together and come together and talk about what we really want to do and how we want to do it, and that's the way it really kind of rolled out.
Jared?
Yeah, I think we just kept grinding through the season. Didn't really change much, to be honest with you. We just kept competing in practice, got after one another, and started playing our best basketball at the best time that we needed to.
Vinny?
I think this team did a really good job of growing together. You hear a lot of things about how this group is inexperienced and young. I think we did a good job of growing together as a group throughout the season, and that's why we're playing our best basketball right now.
Here on the aisle, on the right.
Zach Miller, University of Dayton. Obviously, it's a great honor to be here, and get into the tournament. I'm sure you're focused on the game at hand, but if you guys do win, you will play the number 1 seed Duke. Any game plan for that, or just focused on the game at hand?
Vinny, can you answer that?
We just try to take it one day at a time, one game at a time. So right now we're worried about North Carolina Central. They're a really good team, and we've got some things we have to do in order to win that game. But we're only focusing one game at a time.
Right here.
Sean Aguirre, University of Dayton. So you guys were 9th ranked in the country for free throw percentage this year. Is that something that happened in practice, or was there some type of preparation as a team, or can you speak to that a little bit?
Jared, can you answer that?
Honestly, not really. I think it's just kind of stepping up to the line, knocking it down. I think we got some good shooters on this team, and we all get in the gym on our own time. It's not really something we prioritized, I would say. I think it's just due to our time in the gym.
Any further questions? All right, Vinny, Jared, Tyson, and Rocky, thank you for your time. Good luck tomorrow night. Next scheduled start of a press conference, we will be joined by the head coach of North Dakota State,